Diddy.
Oh, apparently not.
Diddy. Sentencing. We should actually know by now, actually. I'm going to check online while we're talking. We should know because apparently he's due to be sentenced October the 3rd.
Yeah.
But they had some sort of hearing today that to try and push it forward to an earlier date to find out, obviously, like the remaining charges, what he's going to be, what he's going to get.
Which is more regarding the freak off stuff.
So,
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I think he will walk out free.
I think
man like Trump was just stepping and go, whoa.
Yeah.
You
reckon?
Bro, I'm just putting it out there. Don't be surprised.
I reckon they're probably going to like not bring the date forward, then let him go because they rejected his bail, innit?
That's right, again, yeah.
So it's like, if you stay till the date of the sentencing, they'll just give him time served.
Right, because he's done, which would be nearly a year.
I think it's a year already. No?
It's 10 months.
Okay,
so yes, it will be a year by October.
So they might just say to him, "Look, you stay for an extra 3 months. We'll let you out before Christmas."
Yeah.
And my gosh, man, the internet was
ablaze.
Wowza!
Because all right, so he was charged on 3, and he got away with he was charged on 2. And he was not guilty. So racketeering conspiracy, not guilty. Yep. Sex trafficking of Cassie Ventura, not guilty. Man Act transportation of Cassie Ventura, guilty. Right. Maximum is 10 years. Yeah. But I don't see that happening. No. Sex trafficking of Jane Doe, not guilty. Mm-hmm. Man Act transportation of Jane Doe, guilty. Right. First and foremost, I think Cassie and Jane Doe are hoes. I think they're hoes. And I think they were complicit. And I think we spoke about it vaguely during this time that this trial started. And I think Joe mentioned it's not cut and dry. And I was like, I just wanted to know the information before I even made before I had my view on it. But I'm looking at everything in totality. Cassie made the phone calls, arranged the freak offs, paid the Donnies, slept with them raw. There was times where one escort, there was transcripts during the trial where she was aggressive with one of the escorts. Like, what are you talking about? Like, get over here right now.
Scorpion.
Was it the Punisher?
No, Scorpion. Mortal Kombat.
Get over here. So, and then Jane Doe, that whole thing looked so fake. Like when that whole thing come out, and then Diddy was paying for Jane Doe's legal fees, and she was testifying against him. So like, where is the line of
how ungrateful?
Yeah, that's what. Where is the line of? I'm not gonna say as far as it was just all cut and dry. Maybe Diddy, well, for sure, he got them involved in the lifestyle. And I think they liked it for a certain period of time. And then when it got on top, and Diddy, for example, didn't want to have kids with Cassie and didn't want to do certain things, then she's come out on a scorn thing. How do you feel about it? Because I obviously, that's how I feel.
I think he caught life. If we look at the letter of the law, I think he should have got guilty. But if we're looking at the circumstances and everything around it, it's probably looks, depending on your like personal conviction, it looks fair.
Yeah.
It looks fair.
Yeah.
And it's like, because I feel like, I don't know if you've ever done jury duty, but it's like,
I've never done it.
I thought it was going to say something. That was no.
Hey, yo.
I was like, no.
But it's like, usually it's like, the judge will say, give you these questions.
Yeah.
And if all these answer these questions are like a yes or a no, then you're guilty.
Right.
So I feel like it's like probably when you look at the questions that the jury were asked, it's like, do you think what he did in this is equivalent to because it's like how far is the line between flying someone out for prostitution and flying someone else and it be sex trafficking. It's like the line is so like not clear. It's like
it's not clear, and that's true.
Because ballers, rappers, they all be
all the time
flying.
I mean, we've seen movies about that, right? Where like the guy, what movie was it? Where the guy was talking to her and she was like, "Oh yeah, I like pasta from Italy, a certain type of pasta." And he's like, "Well, yo, we could just jump in my PJ,
I remember that,
and fly over and get that."
When that Scarlett Johansson.
I can't remember, maybe, but like,
I know,
that's a flex though. Like, if you've got the resources and you're dating someone,
let's go.
And she says to you, "Oh my gosh, I've always wanted to go Disneyland in Orlando, but I've never been able to make the trip." And you know you can put a call in. We're like, "Hey, yo, Bob," as in Bob Iger. Any chance you can open up the thing for like 3 hours? I'm flying in there with a date, and he goes, "Yeah." Like, that's a flex.
It's a flex. And the jurors got to see some of the freak-offs.
Yeah.
And all of them, I'm not going to say all of them, the majority of them were like, that looks...
Especially those that are willing to speak on camera.
That looked consensual. That all of that looked...
That's the thing, it's like the charges, it's like the punishment and the crime and the charges were not aligned in my opinion.
Weren't aligned. And I feel like they did a bad job. They did a bad job of prosecuting him.
So, first and foremost... I just want to say this. In regards to the footage we saw in the hotel lobby, Cassie was a victim.
Yeah, fuckery.
100%.
But if we're talking about domestic violence,
we got to make that 1,000%
clear. I agree.
Because I see two people online saying like,
but she got what she got.
Hold on, wait.
Nah, man, it's done.
Hold on.
It's done.
Hold on, Joe. Wait,
it's done, bro. It's done.
Joe,
if you get invited to the release party, you're not going.
Joe, hold on.
Wait,
Joe. As Ocho says, stay with me now. Stay with me now.
So if you get offered the interview, you're not gonna do it.
Hold up, Joe. Wait, let me land. So in that video, she's the victim, right?
Yeah, clearly,
right?
And she's got a check.
And as the lawyer said, because I listened to her lawyer after the verdict was given,
and she was gonna put a book out.
She was given the 30 M's.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what was very interesting about the interview I saw with her lawyer was after the verdict was it was a female interviewing him for CNN News. So already, you've already got a dynamic there of it's a female speaking on behalf of what she thinks is other females because she's obviously in support of Cassie.
Right.
So she's asking certain questions. I think if it was a guy speaking to the lawyer, he might have asked things about Cassie's point of view, but also like from Diddy's point of view, right? She got paid the 30 M's, right? So Diddy was like, hold that. Let's
20 M's from Diddy, 10 from the Continental Hotel.
What I don't think, and I find this is what mind boggles when I think about this thing. In a way, Diddy might have been like, hold this 20 M's because I really don't want people hearing about what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And I don't need that stress, and I don't want people to make me the butt of their jokes, pardon the pun, and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So she took the 20 M's and got the 10, and then she opted to bring this to trial.
Yeah.
And the lawyer's trying to put it in a sense of, well, she did this. The woman goes to the lawyer. So do you think that Cassie Ventura saw this as a win in regards to like, despite the verdict, that it's a win in regards to like allowing other victims to have a voice and say things and bring to light what's been going on in these things? It's absolutely. That was her point of view. And I'm like, cool. But you do know, in order to get the stuff buried in the mud, you have to go through the mud first. And going through that mud is exposing your stuff as well. And you're paying a lawyer, and none of you are thinking, well, you got 20 M's from him.
Yeah, shut your mouth and cut.
You got an extra 10.
Chill out.
Let's just let everyone, let's just ride up to
100%. So I say that to say, allegedly now, another escort who's been trying to sue them from day one, from all last March he's been trying to sue, and the lawyers have been effing around because of the trial, saying that he slept with Cassie bare times. Clayton Howard, his name is.
These guys.
He busting her, got her pregnant, and got STDs from her.
Oh my God.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
And so now he's suing Cassie for what he feels he's been agreed for.
Bro.
So, and we're not gonna do the man woman thing, because if it was a woman, the noise that would be made, and because we don't hear men come out about certain things, we get swept under the rug. If this is true, this thing ain't over, bruv.
Nah, it's not over. And you know who I feel sorry. First of all, I heard a recording of Cassie speaking to a Don about a video, and she said to him, "If you've got it, give it to me." Because figuratively and literally. Because I will send someone round.
I'll send a goon squad round.
And it's just like, yo, that's a threat. That's a threat on the phone. This is for me and you, Cassie.
Yeah. Because she knows she's got Diddy on her side.
She's got access to those resources. She doesn't like who is supplying the resources and how she's getting it, but she knows she's got those resources on tap. I saw some Dodd and I bust up laughing because I felt his pain. He goes, one day, and I don't know if this is Clayton. Has he got a bald head? Yeah. I think it might be Clayton as well. This is the same guy there. He goes, one day, Cassie calls his phone. She goes, where you at? I need you now. Right, yeah. He goes to her, oh, I can't. I'm at the amusement park with my family.
Yeah, no, that's Punisher.
Okay. Okay, shout out to Frank Castle. She then goes to him, all right, well, can you send someone else? And he said,
he felt heartbroken.
I felt hurt. And when I heard him say that, Joe, I was like, I felt hurt for him as well. Because he's probably thinking he's the top. Yeah. And she was like, oh, you're not free. Send someone else then.
Hey, I mean, that speaks to his original point. She's
But that's what like the thing about it is, like how a lot of the time when I was watching the trial, when I was listening to the details about the trial, I was like, how does the husband feel about all of this stuff that he's listening to, bro? Okay. How does Cassie's husband even hear that? Like,
Joe, that's my camera, yeah?
Yo.
Mr. Fine, Alex Fine.
Bruv.
I don't know you, and we're from different sides of the fence.
But you're a chief.
But I just want to say, sir,
he's a chief.
I feel for you. Because I'm just gonna assume.
He knew what was going on.
In the early stages of dating.
He was the trainer.
He was a trainer.
Wait.
He was a trainer. He's a chief.
He's a chief.
He's a chief.
He's a real chief.
He's a chief.
Because you got to remember as well, they were, again, when you was listening to the details of the trial, this is not my words. This is what was said in the trial. Yeah. He was making phone calls to Cassie while she was at Freakoffs.
And then, let's not forget.
She still wanted to speak to Diddy after as well.
And let's not forget, the person who introduced her to the game, to the music industry, she left him.
Yeah, for Diddy.
Get with Diddy.
Yeah, man.
She said the only person she could leave Diddy for was
yeah. The only person she would leave Diddy for is Jay.
On the subject of Jay, Jay's on the clock. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. He's got an answer to the court by the 18th of July.
Yeah, because that whole thing ain't over either.
No, this is a new thing. What thing are you talking about?
Oh, it's not this. Is that?
No, that's done.
Like, it's still Busby. Ain't Busby on his case?
He's trying to get Busby to bow down and kiss the ring because you tried to disrespect my name. But you know that guy who's alleged to say that Jay-Z's his father. He's been guy in court trying to push I need this. I need someone to. So apparently the court are like, you know what? All right, screw it. Let's do it. So Jay has to answer to the court by the 18th of July. They're probably, I don't know what they're going to do. They want to take a DNA test or whatever. And you know who brought that news to our attention? Have a guess. Which person online would bring that type of information to the forefront? It's not DJ Academics. But just think about it. Who is one of the...
Ops.
He's an undercover ops. He tries to go as competitive, but he's an undercover ops. Me personally, you see this person, I believe this person genuinely
has a vendetta
against anyone within our community that's doing good. That's just my opinion. And don't get me wrong, I laugh and joke at some of the stuff.
Is he gay?
Whoa.
No, the guy you're talking about.
Whoa. Wait, what?
No, bro, the guy you're talking about, is he gay?
No.
Okay, because
Well,
I was
who
going to
you
say,
thinking of?
you know that Donny, the light-skinned
I know
Donny?
who you're talking about.
Yeah. You know the light-skinned Donny?
You talk about Jason Lee.
Jason Lee, yeah. I thought you were talking about Jason Lee.
How come you two know about this, Donny?
Because he's gay.
He claims to be best friends with is it Rihanna?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't care about his sexuality. I was just.
No,
wondering how
I
you
just
found
used
out
that as
about it.
I don't know who you're talking
I'm
about.
talking about 50 Cent.
Oh, 50, yeah.
And I'm gonna send you a video.
50 is hurt though, man.
Yeah, but bro,
he's hurt.
He's a
prior
mess.
to all
His
this
baby
madness,
mama.
prior to all this
What?
madness, I've always thought, why is 50 always so quick to clown people within the industry?
Yeah.
Like, he never has the same energy for the other side. It's always for us
Industry
in the
heads,
community.
yeah.
And now he's trying to kiki and ha a lot of things. But I'm like, bro, until the end of time, you're the mother of your child. The mother of your child is forever going to be known as someone that was getting laying down,
Pissed
and
on.
then passed around.
Bust on.
But bro,
But like this is my thing, yeah. Like, let's not get it twisted, bruv. Yeah, we don't know what that world is like. We're
don't.
far from it.
Yeah, amen.
But when you hear
Allegedly.
about when you hear about that world and the free coughs and the people doing, people are doing. That's like no one in that elite fraternity are looking at that like that's weird. No. They're all at it.
Yeah,
they're all on that. So people walking in and out of rooms, that person's in there beating that one's in there, legs wide open, that's in there.
Like a pretzel.
Yeah, bro, like people getting wrapped up, getting
like a laroti. That's crazy.
Bro, this is not.
Shout out to Jason.
Like, they talk to each other about this stuff normal. Yeah. You hear when 50 Cent said, oh, Kanye West, Diddy sent him pictures of videos of Cassie getting beat. And
What,
Diddy,
50? I don't believe that.
Diddy sent 50 Cent pictures and
don't believe
videos
that.
of
I don't
Cassie
believe
getting
that.
beat.
I don't believe
and
that.
50 Cent said, raw, is this your girl, bruv? Like,
I don't be, well, you two have got something in common now.
But this is what 50 Cent is saying.
Well, now Diddy can send you pictures of 50s take, like, yo, look how inside your girl on the handstand.
Bro,
it's mad.
Bro, it's crazy. I just, like...
Okay, let's be honest now. It's just the three of us here.
Yeah.
In your 20s, if you got invited to one of their parties, what are you saying?
Bro, I can't go to any of them places, bro. Those places are out of my...
No, but you got the invite. You went to an... Okay, let's take them back. China White. You remember China White?
Yeah,
China White was
shout out
off the hook.
Yeah.
Shout out to China White. Thank you for the memories. We appreciate you, China White.
Yeah.
You're in there, China White. Boom,
Yeah.
And then it's like, yo, okay, all right, let's make it realistic.
Okay.
You linked me.
Yeah.
And I said to you, bro,
Yeah.
it was at that time of my life.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
bro, I'm going China White.
Yeah,
What are you
yeah.
doing tonight? No, bro, I'm chilling. Bro, pass to China White. I can get you I can get you the guest list. Pass through.
Yeah.
Get to China White. You're chilling with me now. Boom, boom, boom. And it's like, hey, yo, bro, 50's in town.
Yeah.
And yo, 50's just said there's a bad boy party happening.
Yeah.
You want to roll?
Yeah.
What you saying?
I'm getting butt naked.
We don't know that yet. But we know it's a bad boy party, and we're in our 20s.
There was a time when 50 Cent just dropped, he was over here, and there was a party he had that I tried to go to, and outside was,
I was there.
You was in there?
I was there.
What happened in there?
Hey, next conversation, bro.
Bro, we got, okay. By the way, audience, yeah, there's conversations that to be had about our past lives.
Says who?
That needs to be talked about.
Says who?
Yeah, because the audience, it's the juicy stuff. You was in there.
Yeah, well, start liking the videos and subscribing to thing, and then maybe. But nah, bro. You can talk about your past. My past is calm.
I want to hear about your experiences at 50 Cent's parties, bro.
Cool. But yeah. With all that being said, while Cassie was the victim in the video we saw in the hotel hallway, this trial has proven that she wasn't just sitting there being taken advantage of. I mean, for the most part, you could say she loved. Okay, let's give her this belt. She loved Diddy.
Yeah.
She wanted more from Diddy than what Diddy was willing to give her.
Yeah.
But because she loved Diddy so much, she was willing to do certain things to prove her love to Diddy.
Yeah.
But obviously, after a certain while, she's like, well, I've got access to all these resources.
Yeah.
I'm going to start doing things. A lot of times, we're hearing in the show, she was doing things when Diddy wasn't even there.
Yeah.
He was nowhere to be seen.
Sometimes he had to dip.
Up the thing.
Sometimes he had to dip, and she would just kept on fucking. Bro. Quick, before we move, how many people are scrambling and scraping now that Diddy might be coming out of jail, bro?
Diddy ain't going to do nothing.
How you know?
I don't think Diddy's going to do anything.
Bro, Diddy don't
I think
Diddy himself don't have to do nothing.
No, but I think Diddy knowing he's got that over people's heads is enough.
Right.
Knowing you've got that
Yeah.
and not saying nothing, people are going to be tiptoeing around you now. They're going to be like, oh yeah, some
Yeah.
walks, like, do you need a hand with this? You need to get back off your feet. You need the ball.
Diddy having that over people's heads is crazy though.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, that's why a lot of people were quiet.
Yeah. Because 100%. I agree.
And then they try to say, oh yeah, Kanye was the only one to show support. Bro, Kanye probably went there just to put some light on himself because his new album's coming out. Bro, who wants to stand next to a guy who's been accused of these things? I don't care how long I've known you for, I will support you from afar, but me standing next to you is not a good look for me.
No,
that don't make me a bad person. It's just like, yo, we had that recently with the whole, what's his name? Clarky situation.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I can't publicly support you because it's not a good look based on what you're being accused of.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though I may believe that you didn't do these things, but bro, the way the public is nowadays is guilty until proven innocent,
Bro.
And if I stand next to you, they will say, oh, he clearly condones what he's doing because he stand next to him. Bro, it's not like that.
I'll tell you one thing that I know. This is not over.
No.
Like, this is not over.
No.
We're going to be right back here on another podcast talking about something else.
Bro, someone's probably going to offer Diddy between 250 to 450 M's to do a tello book.
To interview, yeah. But don't forget, he's got loads of civil suits. He's got loads of, it's peak.
It's the Drizzy Morgan show.